de sa présence sur le trottoir. Parfois, malgré l'interdiction de la loi, elle approche le client, lui fait des signes, ou même l'interpelle et lui fait des offres.
Tag, you're it. This is the tag I just came up with for my subscribers and all of my friends here on YouTube. That is my daughter in the background talking to us right now. Hi, Goo Mommy. Say hi, Mama. Anyways, yeah, so this is a tag I came up with just now. Basically, a few weeks ago, I had written down a list of things that just make me feel my most feminine. I wrote it down and then I lost it. So I'm doing this tag so you all can get to know a little bit more about me, and I want to know a little bit more about you all too. So here we go. The first thing is nice hair. I feel awesome when my hair is nice. It doesn't necessarily have to be long. Right now I am on a long hair kick, but as long as my hair looks nice and is well groomed and styled, I'm happy and I feel like $1,000,000. So hair is really important to me. That makes me feel very feminine and beautiful. Being subtle and sexy. Being sexy, but in a subtle way. When I first became aware of my femininity, let's say, back in like junior high, you know, when the changes start happening, I thought, hey, I got all these new things I didn't have before, and for a while, you're just very obvious with it. Not to say I was running around showing everyone everything, but you kind of don't know the power of what you have until other people start reacting. So yeah, not to say that wearing short skirts and tight outfits and tight skirts, whatever, is bad, because I do that now and I still have stuff like that, but I've come to find out that I feel more feminine when I feel like I'm dressing for myself and when I feel like I'm dressing in a subtle yet sexy way, so that someone with a discreet eye, a discerning eye, can pick up on what I'm doing. And I kind of appreciate that more than me just being like all out there and then everyone just being like, whoa, like she's really letting it all out, letting it all hang out. Yeah, being subtly sexy is definitely one of my top things that makes me feel most feminine, because I feel like I'm dressing for myself and not for anyone else, really. My Jo Malone perfume, I love it. It's Honey Nectar. That's the one that I love, and smelling like this just makes me feel gorgeous. I love this perfume. Definitely my all-time favorite perfume. I really don't even wear anything else because I haven't found anything else that's as good. But yeah, smelling good is one of my top things that makes me feel most feminine. Laughing and humor. I like when I feel like easygoing and I find the humor in things. I just like to feel easygoing and free, and humor is a big part of that. Being able to laugh at things and just find things to be humorous, even if at the time it's not really something that you can laugh at. If you can let go and just take yourself out of the situation and laugh at things and not take things so seriously, that's definitely a really good characteristic that I like to have. I know I don't always feel like that, but when I do, I feel really feminine and tongue-in-cheek and not so uptight. I like that feeling. Being honest. I like to feel like I'm not being stifled and I can't express myself. I don't like to feel like I can't express myself. I like to be able to say what's on my mind and really be open and honest with whoever I'm dealing with. So that definitely makes me feel a lot more feminine and a lot more balanced and a lot more me, really. So being honest is definitely a huge thing. I like flowy outfits. Like I like flowy skirts, or just something that moves with my body as I'm like moving. I like clothes like that a lot, so that also makes me feel really feminine. Another thing that makes me feel really feminine is when I feel like I'm like totally in the moment and there, and like I feel like completely in my body. I don't know if you've ever like felt like this, but I like taking yoga. I love taking yoga, and this past weekend I took a Bikram yoga class, which is basically where you do certain yoga moves in a room that's like over 100 degrees, and it feels amazing. It's hard to do when you're in there, but when you come out, you just feel like you could fly or something. It really made me feel like completely like I was inhabiting my entire body, and I was completely in control of my body, and that makes me feel really feminine as well, and really aware of myself and in the present moment. I like when my intuition is on point. And by that I just mean that I like when I can have insight into a situation and be intuitive, pretty much. That makes me feel really feminine, and it makes me feel like I have powers that others might not. When I am creative, that makes me feel really feminine as well. Like I told you guys that I am recording my music now, and I haven't really updated you all on that yet because I'm not really sure what I want to tell you, and honestly the first experience didn't really go as planned, but I'll be recording in the next week or so, and I'll let you know everything about that. But yeah, being creative really makes me feel very feminine. Making something, producing something, bringing something into fruition definitely makes me feel really feminine. Taking care of my daughter and taking care of myself and just knowing how to maintain and care for things in general makes me feel really feminine, because it's like honestly not something everyone can do and do well, and so I like to learn how to better take care of myself and my daughter, people I care about, and the things I have, which I'm very grateful for. I love to feel like I'm on point and like sharp. I like when my game is on point, whether it's like at work or just anything. Like I like to feel like I'm succeeding and winning. That really makes me feel really powerful and very feminine. So yeah, the reason I wanted to do this tag was because I've always been in an environment where I'm mostly around like mostly males. Like in college I studied physics, which is pretty much like no girls. It was all like guys for the most part. Yeah, like all guys. And then when I got out of college I went straight into finance, and I was a broker, and I was like one of the only girls in the office, and it really enabled me to really appreciate something about me that these men around me didn't have. Because as a child, I was actually really a tomboy, and I love that part about me too, because I feel like it balances me, but I didn't really appreciate my feminine side until I'd say around my like mid-teens, and then being around all men in an all-male environment with being a broker and physics really helped me to appreciate that side of me even more. So I just want to know what you all think about being feminine, or what femininity means to you, and what are some things that make you feel your most feminine. Tag. Everyone is tagged with this, and I can't wait to hear you guys' responses. Take care. Aww.